Let me know if you're here. So we'll get started in just a minute, but if you are on the Sun and Moon Yoga Studio mailing list, you will get this notification. But I think there may be a few people who watch who aren't necessarily Sun and Moon students. So I think it's Friday the 31st, or the last Friday in July will be the last Friday freebie that I do. The free classes that we offer to support us all through the COVID era will be coming to an end. And there are going to be other things from what I understand from Annie Moyer. There will be some other things that we'll be offering, but just not the regular daily free classes. So if you aren't on the Sun and Moon mailing list, you don't have to sign up for a class or anything in order to get onto their mailing list so you get updates. Just go to the Sun and Moon website and sign up, and you'll get any updates of any free things that we'll be doing, and of course the regular class schedule. In September, for the fall, we will be going back to I think mostly in-person classes. I'm not sure when I'll be teaching yet, but I will be teaching at least one class in person in the fall. So stay tuned. All right, let's go to the mat. So go ahead and lie down, and just let's take a minute to feel ourselves settling into an awareness of our physical body. So really taking a moment to tune in to how your body's feeling in this moment. So not just making note of places that might be uncomfortable, like you might have sort of a chronic sense of something being uncomfortable in your body. Maybe it's a shoulder or the back or something like that. But instead of just, because that's where our mind kind of naturally wants to go, as soon as I lie down, I feel a little twinge on the left side of my low back, and that's pretty chronic. I can get rid of it, but it's generally there when I first lie down. But instead of just that, take a moment and just kind of find a place in your body that feels really comfortable, that feels really relaxed and pain-free and just good. And then bring your awareness of your breath into the equation, and just follow the inhalation and exhalation of your natural breath without changing anything. But noticing whether you're breathing deeply or shallowly. Notice where you feel the breath most in your body. Is it just in your belly or just in your chest? Or can you feel it moving all the way up from your low belly all the way up to the upper chest? as you inhale. And as you exhale all the way back down. Now, this isn't necessarily an instruction to do that. It's just to notice how it is you're breathing in this moment. Oh, sorry, I heard something. Now, go ahead and consciously feel the breath as it enters your body at the navel, at the low belly, and follow that inhalation all the way up to your upper chest. And as you exhale, follow the exhalation all the way down from your upper chest back down to your low belly. And then just think to yourself for a moment, how often do you consciously take those really deep breaths? As I say often, it's wonderful that we don't have to actually think about breathing. But it's just as wonderful when we remember to think about breathing. All right, so go ahead now and take your arms overhead, move your torso all the way around to the left with your arms, and then move your legs as far around to the left as they can go, and really focus on that deep stretch on the right side. See if you can feel that inhalation moving all the way up and out through your right fingertips. And the exhalation moving all the way back down and out through your right toes. And at the end of your next exhalation, go ahead and move your body back to center and just keep going to the other side. So you're now taking your torso and arms around to the right, legs around to the right, and feeling the stretch on the left side of your body. And again, feeling the inhalation move all the way out through your left fingertips. And the exhalation moving all the way down and out through your left toes. And then finishing your next exhalation, let's move back to center. Push up onto your elbows, take your right arm and place it behind your back. Now you can place it straight across your back, or if you want a little deeper stretch, move your hand up towards your left shoulder blade and then lie back down. And breathe. Pay attention to that tightness in your right shoulder. See if you can sort of discern where you might be feeling it. Now, if you're a person that isn't feeling any tightness, good for you, but most of us are going to feel a little, if not a lot, of tightness because of the fact that we spend so much time rounding our shoulders forward and lifting things and putting things down and not paying a lot of attention. Finish your next exhalation completely. And then pushing yourself back up, let's change sides. Same thing, either take the arm straight, your left arm straight across your low back, or move your hand up towards your right shoulder blade to get a little deeper stretch. Can you tell what's different from one side to the other? Is it different? And And at the end of your next exhalation, you can go ahead and push yourself up again. Let's come to seated. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine up. And let's just do some shoulder rolls. So up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward. Good. And at the end of that cycle, we're going to go in the opposite direction by moving the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. So back, up towards your ears, towards your chest, and down. And one more time. Good. Take your right hand and press it without putting your palm. Have your palm flat, but don't actually put it on the floor. But I want you to feel as if you're stretching that right palm towards the floor as if you can't quite reach it. And then turn your head to the right, to the left, so that your left ear is moving towards your left shoulder. Now don't move your shoulder up towards your ear. Move your ear towards your shoulder. So you should feel a really deep stretch on the right side. Finish your next exhalation, and then coming up. Taking the left hand down, palm flat but not touching the floor, stretching it as if you are trying to reach the floor but can't make it, and then turn your head to the right, taking your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Again, without lifting the right shoulder towards your ear, you're pressing your ear towards your shoulder. And feeling that stretch now on the left side. And then at the end of your next exhalation, you can release. Let's do some neck rolls, either direction. So just bringing your chin towards your chest, your ears towards your shoulders as you revolve nice and slowly so you can feel any snap, crackles, and pops going on. Nice and slowly. Just kind of noticing, what do you feel? I haven't done this in a while, so I'm actually feeling some interesting little sensations in my neck. Next time you bring your chin towards your chest, go in the opposite direction. Good. All right. And coming back up again. All right, take your right hand and place it, bend at the elbow, place it in front of you. Take your left arm, this is your, right arm, and then take your left arm, place your right elbow inside your left elbow. And if you can, clasp your hands, but just do the best you can. Depending on your shoulder tightness, you might not be able to actually clasp your hands. Now what I want you to do is I want you to push your arms away from your body. So you're going to feel a big stretch across the upper back. Just keep pressing as hard as you can and breathing. Now I want you to squeeze the arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you'll feel your arms coming closer to you. Good, and then release that side. So bringing your left arm now up in front and dropping your right elbow or dropping the left elbow into the right. And again, if you can, clasp your hands. This might feel very different, like it feels different when I do it in this direction. And once again, you're going to push the arms away from your body. So push them forward, stretching, stretching, feeling the stretch across the upper back, breathing. Good. Now squeeze those arms, bring the arms forward towards your face. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Good. And then releasing. Clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, lift your arms as high up as you can while you're sitting up straight, and then let yourself fold forward as far as you can. And then after your next exhalation ends, just come on back up. Okay, shake out your shoulders a little bit. Good. And coming to all fours. So, hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. Pressing the fingers that are spread wide into the knuckles, the palm, the fingertips, the knuckles, the palms, and the heel of the thumb. Isometrically press your hands towards the center of the mat. Curl your toes under, and on your inhalation, come up for downward facing dog. Remember to get your spine as long as possible before you straighten. Straighten your knees slowly, so if you feel your upper back rounding, keep the knees bent. Let's go ahead and bicycle back and forth, coming high on the toes of one foot as you press the heel of the other foot towards the floor, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lower your heels towards the floor. Remember, they don't have to touch. Relax the back of the neck. So if you're doing this, relax. Breathe. And then just begin to walk your hands and feet towards each other into Uttanasana. Place your hands at your waist. Inhale and come all the way up. Okay. So just kind of continuing with feeling what's going on in our shoulders and upper back. Let's go ahead and we're going to do some arm swings. So we're just going to start by swinging the arms up and back. Okay, and now we're going to swing the arms crosswise, but putting the opposite hand on top each time you swing. Good, and now we're going to make circles. So either direction, because we're going to switch directions. And then opposite direction, so back. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, and shaking out the shoulders. So those little shoulder things that we've done today are some of my favorites. I love the arm swings. There's a couple of more that I can't really show you because I have to be near a wall to show you. But if you've got tight shoulders, if your shoulders bother you from hunching over a computer, those are some of the things that will really sort of help. Of course, the trick is to remember to actually do them. Okay, so let's just do a couple of exercises where our shoulders and arms play a big role, and just see how your shoulders and neck feel. So let's just start with the Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Take your feet wide apart. Turn your right foot right, left foot into the right slightly. Torso still facing forward in Tadasana, bending your right knee, okay? But now I want you to really feel your shoulders and arms. So let your arms relax down at your sides. Turn your palms out. So feel the chest kind of open. Bring your arms up, palm facing the ceiling. Now just turn the palms down and turn to look out over your right middle finger. So pay attention to how do your shoulders and neck feel right now. Is it easier to relax the shoulders down away from your ears? Is it a little easier to kind of squeeze the shoulder blades back together? Breathing. While you're noticing, don't forget to breathe. Finish your next exhalation. Go ahead, straighten your legs, turn your feet forward. Turning the left foot left, right foot into the left slightly. Torso's facing forward in Tadasana. Bending the left knee. Again, relaxing arms down. Turn the palms out. So feel the chest kind of open. Bring the arms up with the palms facing the ceiling to begin with, but then just turn the palms down. And turn to look out over your left middle fingers. Middle finger. And breathing. And finishing your next exhalation, go ahead and release. Walk your feet back together. Let's turn and come to the top of, somewhere around the top of your mat. Let's take the right foot out to the edge of the mat. So you're facing straight ahead. Have your hands at your waist. Walk your left leg back with the foot slightly turned out, but remember to keep the hips level. And then bending your right knee. Again, you're going to relax the hands down, turn the palms out, and this time you're going to bring the arms overhead, but keep the shoulders relaxed. And you can either have your palms just facing each other. I'm not sure if you can see my palms, but I hope you can. Or you can clasp your hands so that you're touching your thumbs and index finger with the third, fourth, and fifth fingers clasped. But if you do this version, make sure your shoulders are still relaxed down and you're not hunching your shoulders up towards your ear like this. So shoulders are relaxed down. And breathing. Finish your next exhalation completely. Inhale, release your arms, straighten your legs, walk your back foot up. Let's do the other side. The left foot is at the edge of the mat, hands at the waist as you take that right foot back, but try to keep the hips parallel. Bending your left knee now, relax your arms down, turn the palms out, so really feel your chest kind of open up here. And then bring the arms either overhead so that the palms face each other, or you can clasp. But keep the shoulders relaxed and breathing. at the end of your next exhalation, go ahead and straighten your leg, release your arms and walk your feet back. And then turning to face forward again, clasp your hands behind your back, lift your arms as high as you can behind your back, and then just fold forward. Let the arms stretch out overhead. And after you finish your next exhalation, coming up with a flat back, let's take your feet wide. From the waist, let's fold forward, coming into wide-legged forward fold. And then I want you to inhale as you take your right arm up and turn to look up at it. Exhale, bringing it down. Inhale up. Left arm, exhale down. 2 more times each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And last time, left side. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Good job. Go ahead now and walk your feet back together and coming back up. All right, let's come back down onto the floor. Look at this, I just found an earring. I've been looking all over for it. How it got into my living room on the floor, I have no idea. Let's hope I can remember that I put it there. All right. If you have a blanket or a pillow, just sit your hips up on it just a little bit of elevation. So this is also, we're going to do a forward fold, but this is also going to be something that you feel not just in your back, but a little bit in your shoulders as well. So I want you to take your hands way out to the sides like this, okay, so not close here, but out to the sides like this, and then thinking about folding exactly from your hips. So not from your chest, not from your neck, but from the hips. I want you to start to fold forward. And I actually want you to keep your hands in the same place as you fold forward, because I want you to keep the chest open, shoulders relaxed, but not rounding forward. And just focus on your breathing, deep inhalations and exhalations. Just see if you notice the difference of not rounding your shoulders forward. Even if you don't go very far. So maybe you're like here, you're not very far at all. But really focus on kind of squeezing the shoulder blades back towards each other. Keeping the chest open and not rounding the shoulders. Good, and finish your next exhalation and come back up. So just kind of paying attention. Very often, we spend most of our lives doing things that cause us to round the shoulders forward. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if we don't work at a computer all the time, almost anything we're doing in our daily lives, we're rounding this way. Very little of anything we do takes us in this direction. So of course, our shoulders and upper back just get sort of tight and solid in this kind of hunched forward position. So just remembering to kind of open up, even doing just doing this one a few times a day, or just any of the ones we've done. The one we did at the beginning where we're doing this, all those will help you to just kind of open up and release all that tightness that comes from rounding forward in the neck like this. Okay, let's go ahead and lie down. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Cross your right leg over your left, so your right knee's kind of right on top of your left. And then go ahead and drop your knees to the right and turn your head to the left. And breathe. And bringing the knees back up. Just change sides, so placing the left knee on top of the right knee. Dropping both legs to the left as you turn your head to the right. And at the end of your next exhalation, go ahead and bring your knees back up. Stretch your legs out, palms facing up. Bring your attention and your awareness to your shoulders, your upper back, your neck. Just kind of noticing how they feel now. And then at the end of your next exhalation, bend your knees and go ahead and either roll over onto your side or rock yourself back up to seated. Oh, sure. Just got a cramp in my leg. Where that came from. Oh, got another cramp. Gosh. Okay. All right, everybody. See you next week. Namaste.